Good morning, beautiful people. I'm here. That's how I feel. I'm here so I don't get fined. I'm just kidding.
Just here so I don't get fined?
I'm here because I want to be, and I'm so grateful for those of you who encourage and uplift me, and I want to share my story and my journey, and right now I feel like crap. I feel very unmotivated and disheartened, and that's probably a non-scale victory. My wedding ring just fell off my finger while I was standing here. All right, ring is back on. Fingers are now not open, and I'm hungry. I'm really emotional right now, and I'm really angry. It's weigh-in Wednesday. For those of you who don't know, if you're new here, I'm Aprillauren, and I'm on a journey to lose 200 pounds. I have lost over 95. I have less than 105 to go. And every week I do a weigh-in video. And so this is that. This is my weigh-in Wednesday video, and I am just gonna vlog the day. I made my, I think I'm so hungry because I made my husband his breakfast and his lunch, and I sent him out the door. He was in a hurry today. And so I made all of his stuff, and then I just didn't eat right after he left. I just kept doing random stuff. I'm like, oh, I need to clean this, and I need to go upstairs and do this, and I need to do this little bit of work, and I need to do that. And now it's a few hours past the time I normally eat breakfast, and I am hungry. We're gonna eat some breakfast, and then we're gonna go pump some rubber. And we're doing dumbbells, so they're not really on. But yeah, so let's eat some breakfast.
Ignore your life, some call it bliss. That's what they told me, that's why I'm sitting here. I don't wanna live like I did before.
Handsome Bella. You wanna go find?
I don't wanna live like I did before. I burn my flesh, it's an open door. We don't really talk like this no more. Cause I'm following through. Out with the old me and with the new me. Cause I'm following through with you.
Breakfast is made. Woohoo! I'm gonna eat my breakfast, and then I am going to probably do something dumb, because I am gonna work out upper body, but then I am going climbing. So this will be my second time climbing. I went climbing earlier this week. Last time was the first time I climbed in quite a while, since before DC. And I'm gonna work out my upper body, and then I'm gonna go climbing. So I imagine I'll only be able to do a couple routes, which I want to try with the last one that I tried. So we may really only do one route. So routes are just, when you rock climb, there's different colors, and I do the easiest for the most part. Every once in a while, we may bump up a point or two. Typically when we do, it's because the starting point is always the hardest for me. It's not just like life. Getting off of the ground is the absolute hardest part. And I overthink it, and because of my left leg, the mobility is slightly different. Legs do not operate the same way, and that is my life, and I am okay with it. It just is what it is. I'm very lucky to have what I have. Anyway, all that being said, when I'm standing there, it's like I overthink the placement of my left foot so hard. And if I don't feel super good about it, then it's really hard for me to overcome that. I feel like that's relatable to diet stuff, because so often we want some perfect circumstance or something to push us along. And that's never going to be, the situation is never going to be just right. It's never going to be perfect. And even if it's 100% the worst case scenario in your life right now, just starting with something small. I mean, I'm not giving you advice, but for me, just starting. Once I start moving, I can keep moving. But if I stop moving, it's so much harder to start again. And that's what happens at the beginning of these routes. Like I'll go to get off of the ground and I'm trying to start and it's just so hard. Once I get up off the ground, it's like I can do really hard things unless I stop. And if I stop, then it's so hard to continue going forward. And yeah, so breakfast. I have been reading this book Endure by Cameron Haynes and it is so good. So I feel weird because I have been vlogging and I have not filmed a full vlog because I keep getting in my head. It's kind of what I was just talking about. I like start vlogging and then I stop and it's like I just hit this block and I can't just push past it. And it's really discouraging. But all that to say, I've shared a few excerpts from this book with you while I'm finishing my breakfast. Maybe I'll chat about it a little bit. So I completely recorded this vlog already and I was going back through the book and I was like, what do I want to share? And this kind of is an overarching theme, I feel like, aside from my bad mood. To build momentum, you have to get started. To get started on your journey, you don't need new shoes, a new bow, protein, pre-workout. You just need to get out the door. You just need to take that first step. You just need to shoot that first arrow. With hard work, dedication, and focus, you can be whatever you want to be. The key is to find something you're passionate about. You don't need a big break to make it. You need to just take one small step and then another and then another. It doesn't matter where you're starting from. Find that passion and you'll find purpose. Figure out what gives you joy. Follow the road that brings you fulfillment. I am wearing my little turtle earrings. I'm pretty positive these were a gift. And these, I just love them. They make me happy. They make me happy. They remind me that slow and steady is the way to go. Let's go get that upper body workout. It's like the day is just ticking away and okay, so we are in the garage gym. This is where I'm doing the workout today. Somebody asked recently what workout program I'm using. They said I didn't say, but I'm pretty sure I did. Julia Renee's Buff Babe Academy, and I just did the customized workout plan, and then I love on her app, it's pretty easy. I am not affiliated beyond being friends with her in any way. So then I just click this little button, and if I'm gonna be working out at home, it'll give me home options or gym options if I wanna switch out what's there. And then she has you go through a little like online assessment to determine what type of programming she's gonna do for you. So like what your goals are, where you're at, how many times you wanna work out a week, what you have access to. Like, it's pretty thorough. I think it's determining where you want to train and how you're comfortable. Do you want someone to be at the gym, like that you're gonna go meet, and then they take you through a workout? Like, then go to a box gym. Just be mindful of contracts and things that you sign, and make sure you're actually meeting the person you're gonna be training with, because you wanna make sure you have a good vibe. There are so many amazing trainers out there. I'm gonna stop because I'm not being very, I'm procrastinating my workout. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I'm doing. I am procrastinating my workout. I'm actually in a hurry, and I'm just talking about procrastinating while still procrastinating. So, let's work out.
With your lips, hey, you can't finish all that. Running through the city with a hall pass. Way too cool for the school, hey, I think I'm in the wrong class. Ticket time. Eyes on the prize, making sure that we shine. Got like 8, need 2 for the down. Living how we living, so we living just fine. Hey, all the way up, this is not a test. Got a little change, you can keep the rest. Always Sunday with me on the set. Keep it on running till we out of breath. Yeah, let's to the sky. Now close your eyes. That burning light. Yeah, you know it's time to shine. I got that. We got that. I got that. Yeah, hey. We came into extra. for the hecklers. Ain't no sweat, no pressure. Like, God bless you. Had to get the key off the dresser. Back to the strip in a Tesla. High in the sky like Drexler. I got the OJ juice. Look how I raised that roof. Just let me speak my truth.
So I never think I'm gonna sweat doing upper body, but I'm quite sweaty. Oh, look, it focused. I'm gonna run grab a hair tie, which I should have just had my hair up anyway, but I'm like, I straightened it this morning. It looks so good. It's not gonna keep looking good because right now it's all wet. Anyway, I've got a superset left. I think because of the way she splits it into 5 days, this workout really isn't that long, which is good. I still don't know if I'm gonna make it to the climbing gym in time. Crossing my fingers. Let's go.
We came in too extra. I'm in the lab like Dexter. Got no time for the headless. Ain't no sweat, no pressure. Like, what? God bless you. Had to get the key off the dresser. Back to the strip in a Tesla. High in the sky like Drexler.
It is a good thing for your upper body to feel like you worked out when you worked out. I am excited for that fat to go away. Even if it's gonna be flabby skin hanging. I'm excited to see what my arms, which today we did no triceps, or we didn't do any triceps or anything like that. That was earlier in the week. So this workout, I should have gone to the gym. I just really wasn't feeling going to the gym. So this week I weighed in at 255.1 pounds, which is a loss of 2 pounds. I'm not a fan of how close. I feel like it's almost worse to come in so close, which I just set this as like I guess I've been gunning for 100 pounds down for a long time. So it's not like I just like all of a sudden was like, I'm gonna try to lose 100 pounds. But then I also was like, I really wanna lose this by my 2-year mark. And like, should be starting my period next week, which is just in time for the weigh-in. And I need to lose even more weight than I lost this week. And this week, like, I do not like tracking, but last week I tracked. This week I'm going to be tracking. I'm going to be tracking until I get that 100 pounds down. But I do not like to track because it's very triggering for me. And I don't mean triggering in a way that I think a lot of people assume or may feel triggered by tracking. Maybe not even a lot. Maybe everybody feels the same way I do. I get hyper fixated on numbers, and it's just a thing that I have. And I start trying to really, like, it's just not healthy when I start tracking and I'm weighing, and then I waste so much time like crunching numbers and trying to figure out what I can do differently. And it's just better for me to stay away from things that are triggering for me, because what happens is, first I'm like, okay, I'm gonna track. That's what I'm doing right now, right? I'm gonna track and I'm gonna get down to this 100 pounds. And then I lose the sense of self and the focus on being healthy overall and fixate on the numbers. And when that happens, there's a shift, and maybe I do better, maybe I do really good. In the past, I always start my weight loss journey out at that point where I'm already intentionally going to be fixated on numbers and things, and then I make unhealthy choices, and when I slip up and I make unhealthy choices like doing crash diets or restricting too much calories or eliminating a food group that I don't need to medically. So like I feel like there is cause for eliminating things from your diet if you're allergic to things, if it makes you react certain ways. But I made it a goal to learn how to eat healthy, and like, anyway, I'm like getting off track. So what happens is I hyperfixate on the numbers, and then when the scale doesn't go my way, everything crumbles. And it just does. And it's like, I talked about this last year in a video where I talked about the pendulum, and I am very prone to extremes. Like, that's where my mind wants to go. And I've never spent the time to just, I lacked the patience and the ability to just keep it here. And when I overdo it and I hyperfixate on those numbers, it never leads to anything good for me. It doesn't lead to harmony in my life. It doesn't lead to me developing good habits. It doesn't help me with my self-esteem. It doesn't do anything, because when I lose that focus, which inevitably happens, everything crumbles. So, all of that to say, I am not gonna focus on the bad. I'm just gonna focus on the good, and that I am pulling out all of the stops that I can pull in hopes of getting this weight off. Not all together, but getting to 100 pounds down, just because I wanna be 100 pounds down. Just because 100 is such a big deal. So 2.2 this week. I feel like everything's working against me. I also feel a little crampy right now in my stomach. I never get my period early. So like, maybe that will happen. Maybe I'll just go ahead and start my period now, and then it'll all work out in my favor. I'm just gonna try and focus on the positives. Just try and keep moving, keep climbing, and remind myself, it does not really matter if I hit 100 pounds down this coming week, or if I have to keep going to hit that 100 pounds down, because I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna get 100 pounds down. And I am not gonna give myself permission either way to go off the deep end while we're in Utah. So, whether I am still working towards that 100 or I've already hit it, I'm gonna continue forward while in Utah, doing healthy things, living my healthy lifestyle, and let's go climb. So my friend ended up having meetings for the rest of the day, so we did not climb. But I did get to spend time with my husband. He got an early off, so that was exciting, and I ate some lunch. I did something really fun with my broccoli. It's weird to be like, I just want to climb with my broccoli. I feel like it's a weird thing to say. Okay, well, excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, I need you to stop. Open the window. Would the window being down help? Ooh, now you can put your head out. Wow. Ooh, wow. Okay, that'll give us like 2 seconds. Okay, so what I was saying is that I put my broccoli, the frozen broccoli, into the air fryer, and it was so good. Like, it came out crisp. I put like a little bit of this Parmesan seasoning that I have. It's like 5 calories. And then some red pepper flakes, some salt and pepper, and it was so good. I just shut the window, but I realized I don't have my phone, so now I'm like bothered. But we're here. We do not have time to go back home and come back. So let me get these pups out of this car.
Ignore your life, some call it bliss. That's what they told me, that's why I'm sitting here. Living my life in a perfect world, I guess. Wonder if it will progress to something else. Something in me wants to be alone and never hear a thing, but that would be the death for me. Wondering if I'm made for more than going down road roads and patterns. Have I put my calling beyond me and everything?
I've not been to this park in so long. It is so beautiful. I missed it. I didn't realize how much. Like, the past several times that we've gone walking, we go to one that's way, way far, and then another one that has like all the trees growing up out of the water that I like a lot. But this one has its own prettiness that I've definitely been missing. So excited to be here. Pretty girl. Pretty chip chipperoo. Good, go here, Chippy. Come on, Boo. You thought I was going to leave, you didn't you? Today was just one of those days where, like, there wasn't anything specifically that was so bad, but I just did not feel quite like myself. I was very frustrated feeling, and it just wasn't my day. It was not a great day, but I had scheduled for myself to vlog, and I am trying to make myself stay on that schedule to kind of push through what I was talking about earlier about that movement piece that I struggle sometimes to start climbing up. And so one of my goals is just to schedule things out and then stick to my schedule no matter what. So that's exciting. And this night I decided to do flatbread pizzas from Greg Doucette's cookbook. It is still one of our favorites. We didn't have any bison. We had elk and we had this wild boar, and we did the wild boar, so it was interesting. This day I was just not really in a great mood, and it when I have days like this, it's not like it's all down or all bad. I think most people are like that, where it's just kind of like there's just like a little bit of a weight, a little bit of a frustration, and I think mine was tied to my cycle, but at the time I didn't realize that. And I just think it's so important to establish habits, routines, and then keep them up, and then have little things that you do if you're feeling down and you don't feel like doing anything else. When I'm in these moods, I don't feel like picking up my camera. I don't feel like going and climbing with a friend. And I was, when she couldn't do it, I was actually a little bit glad. And then I was like, no, you are not just going to sit here. So I went and enjoyed time out in nature. And while that wasn't like a magical cure for my mood for the whole day, it did lift my spirits, and it did make me feel really good. And looking back on it, I am so proud that I didn't let my bad mood, my bad attitude for this day ruin or sabotage me in any way. And I think it's just consistently building up habits to overcome that, and not putting too much pressure on myself to be perfect. Just moving forward. Progress. My aim is progress, not perfection. All right, beautiful people. Dinner was good. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if we'll do wild boar again. At least not for this. I think it might be good like in the soup or something. I don't know. It wasn't bad or anything, but we just like, or I guess I don't know about my husband. I like the bison better. The bison is really good. And that's what the normal recipe calls for. We just didn't have any. So I used the closest thing we had in our freezer. And like I said, that's gonna wrap up this vlog. Onward and upward, or onward and downward. I love you so much. We are worth doing the work to figure out what we need worth doing the work when it's hard, worth doing it when we don't want to. And it's been a day. And I'm kind of glad it's over. And I love you guys, and I will see you next time. If you haven't, I would love it if you would subscribe, ding the bell so you'll be notified when I post my Weigh In Wednesday and other videos. And here's a couple of videos that share a little bit more about my journey.